about a group of 12 postal workers who won the Michigan lottery. Each of them got a check for $1.5 million. And I got some of their numbers and I called one up and I said, "Hello, Mr. Smith, my name is Dan Devine. I'm a financial advisor, and what I do is I help people decide what to do with their money." And Mr. Smith said, "Fine, I'm good," and he hung up. So I called him back a week later, and I said, "Mr. Smith, have you thought about the tax consequences of getting a check for $1.5 million?" And he said, "Yeah, but I'm good, thank you," and click, he hung up. So I called him a week later, and I said, "Have you thought about putting some of this money away for your retirement? Thought about ways of doing that?" And he said, "Yeah, I've thought about that, but I think I'm good, thank you." Click, hung up. So 3 strikes, you're out. I let him go. About 6 months later, I thought, I wonder what happened to Mr. Smith. So called him up again, phone was disconnected. So tracked him down through some other people, and they said, "Oh, Dan, he's broke. All his money is gone." He had bought a house for himself, bought a house for his mom, bought cars for all his brothers and cousins and friends, spent a lot of time in the casinos, and then what he had left, he had his house left, and the IRS said, "Well, you forgot to pay your taxes, so you got to sell your house." So he is right back at the beginning. So that's a case where I failed to do my job. The second case, I called another lady, called her Mrs. Smith, and Mrs. Smith said, "I have this money, I really don't know what I'm doing with it, never had this kind of money before, I'm really scared, I'm really nervous, I'm talking to a lot of people to find out what I should do." So we met and we talked about what's important to you. And she said, "Well, I've been working at the post office for 30 years and I'm tired of it." I said, "Okay, well, tell me about your family." "Well, I have a son, and my son means everything to me." And I said, what else would you like to do?" And she said, "Well, I really want to buy a house. I've never owned a house, really want to own a house." So we worked together to find ways so that she could buy a house, take care of her son, and put money into some investment savings vehicle so that she could retire. And there was a lot of education involved because we had about $500,000 to go into the retirement vehicle. And $500,000 sounds like a lot of money, but it's really not. If you were to spend it freely like the other guy did, that's gone in 6 months. If you were to take it and spend on your normal living expenses, it could be gone in 5, 10, 15 years. So we put it in some kind of vehicle that could last. Now, let's say that one of you came to me and said, "I just graduated, I had a birthday, a mitzvah, I got some gifts, I've got $500, what should I do with it?" So there's really 3 things you can do. You can spend it now, and all of you could have no problem doing that. Put your mind to it. You buy a phone, you buy some games, you buy some clothes, it's gone. Or you could say, "I want to spend this money later on. So I might want to, I'm going to be 16 in a few years, I might want to buy a car. So I might want to have some money for that." So then you put it aside and something safe, and that's saving. So you spend it, you save it. And the last thing you can do is invest money. And investing is when you put the money to work so it earns more money. You can, you buy a stock, which means you're a part owner of a company. You own Ford stock, which means you own Ford. You see people buying Ford cars, you're like, that's money in my pocket, good for me. You buy the right stocks, you'll do pretty well. But another way to do it is to invest in yourself. One way to do that is to get yourself educated, get yourself trained. People who have college degrees make way more money than people who don't. And not just a question of money. People who have college degrees have jobs that they like more, have jobs that mean something to them, that fit their skills, and make more money. And it's not just about having more money, it's having more money means you can do more things for people. You can do more for your family, you can do more for your things that you care about. You can put your money to work hiring people. The other way to invest it is to invest in yourself. Two ways you can do this. The first is, a lot of people around here don't like to mow their lawn. If any of you comes by my house and says, I'll mow your lawn if you give me 20 bucks, I'll open up my wallet, here's $20, I'll try you out, if you come back every couple of weeks, you're gonna make money that way. You could take that gift, you've got $500 in graduation gifts or birthday gifts, buy a lawnmower. You spent $500 for a lawnmower, somebody else says, what, you can mow lawns, you could have bought a phone, you could have bought. But with that lawnmower, you can go out, mow 10 lawns a week, $200 a week. After 2.5 weeks, you pay for the lawnmower. After that, you're earning $200 a week because you invested that money in yourself. You take some of the money you earn, you've got to buy gas, you've got to do this, but it's a way to take the initial money and make more money. Second way to do it is, lots of people around here need babysitters. And any one of you could, have a babysitting business. There was a story in the Wall Street Journal yesterday that said more boys now are babysitting than ever before. So, not just for girls. You could take some of that money, buy yourself, get yourself some training, maybe take a first aid class, buy some first aid equipment, advertise yourself. So when you go to speak to a mother who's got a couple of kids, you can say, I've got this degree, I've got this certificate, I know about first aid, I've got this equipment, I've got everything I need here. They're going to hire you. So you spend a little money and it makes your business more attractive. So that's what I think is the best way to, you're going to make money so that you can spend it later on. Everybody's different, you meet all kinds of people, but that's, you have money, figure out what do you want to do with it, what you need to do with it, and then I will provide you education, provide you advice, tell you when you're wrong, tell you when you're right, argue with you if I have to, do my best to help my clients